Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the newest session of the Tal'Dorei campaign. Before we jump right into the action, as per usual, we have a few short announcements that we have to make. Darkgrave, hype! Yes, all of the hype. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody who's watching. I fucked up and I forgot to hit the record button, so I just decided to restart the 2 seconds of intro that I already begun doing. So, yeah, you know, that's just how it is. Getting back into the groove of things, everybody. Not that I have any excuse, I fucked that up all the time previously, too. But anyways, before we jump right into the action, we have a few short announcements we have to make. The first one is our media. I really have to update this. I haven't done it yet, but if you want to support this channel and support what we do, please consider following us on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook, and now on TikTok. Because people are very insistent that I start doing TikToks for D&D stuff. Apparently, I have a few inappropriate jokes, related to D&D that people want me to share with the world. So, players, you now have a responsibility. If we make a terrible, god-awful D&D related joke or pun during the break, tell me to make a TikTok about it. I will be doing that. So yeah, if you aren't following me on there already, you definitely should look me up. It's ProDM Joey everywhere. That is my new branding, and that is what we're doing moving forward. Additionally, we have a Patreon, in case anybody wishes to go look at that over there and join our channel, join our community. We do have open slots opening up for next week and from here after as well. So be sure to join our Patreon at one of the lower tiers so that I can add you to the wait list for all of our games. Currently, the wait list is being filtered through with everybody. We have a few people leaving games, entering new games, and we're getting resettled after this little vacation. So it should be fun, it should be exciting, and I am really, really looking forward to it. Not to mention, we're going to be start releasing our comic series based off of a self-made campaign and a group of adventurers called New Embrace. It's looking fantastic. There's spoilers in our Discord server. If anybody wants to go over there and look at that, you have to be patron to be in our server. We are secluded from all of the trolls of the internet and everybody else like them. However, the comic series is going to be great. We have a fantastic artist. It is looking amazing. And yeah, I think that's just about everything I wish to go over. Oh, no, sorry. One more thing. Sorry, everybody. I was trying to come up with fun, unique things we can do for sub goals, but I figured the best thing to do is to put it in the hands of the people who subscribe to the channel. So now, every 50 subs, we will be playing a marbles game. And if you don't know what marbles is, everybody gets a marble assigned to them based off of the number of subs that you give over. And then you get to add one sentence line onto it. Of course, I can choose not to follow through with it. And the marbles race. The winning marble is what we are going to be doing. So for each gifted sub, each subscription, you get to dictate what we are doing. If you have something that'll troll me, still within the boundaries of TOS or any other platform like that, you can do that. The only rule is I have one sub each month for myself. That is a saving grace. That's it. I have one of 50. So yeah, I think this is going to be a fun little thing the community can do just to, you know, lighten up the moods with everything. By the way, you guys can't really see it on stream, but the players who can see my actual window outline, the puppets are back there. I'm going to be sharing pictures of them tomorrow for all of you so you can write the script of the puppet show that I have to put on. Yes, D&D. Community. Fun things. So, Gorinsky, why don't you tell us what happened last session? When you're not muted.
When I'm not muted. Last time the party was in I don't believe it was a temple, but a space created by the god Ayun. It was a library of sorts, imagine that. And they were trying to find a way to put a stop to the evil celestial that is plaguing our great planet at this time. Doing some research, they did find a few of the things that they would likely need in order to put a stop to that entity, some of which included solidified blood, tears of a celestial, and an aspect that they had since they were a child. And we came up with a few ideas of trying to track down these things and figure out where we could best get them from. Unfortunately, nothing seemed too definitive. So amongst our prospects, one was the ruins of Unoa, which is where we find ourselves now, which originally I believe was where he, we won't say his name, he had fought and maybe had been struck at some point during his past. Feel free to correct any of those details.
This is where he fell.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So yeah, final blow was struck here, and we're at this point kind of on the outskirts of the ruins. I think we might have just made our way to some of the structures within, and we kind of hold ourselves up inside of one of those said structures after fighting a few of the abominations, whatever they were. Couldn't really tell. I don't know if we knew if they were undead or not, but they were definitely not normal. They were very grotesque and throwing 60-foot arms at us that, yeah, seemed quite terrifying. So we dealt with them, and now we are kind of biding our time, I think, until we have a short, long rest and can continue searching.
So, you've all found your ways into the outskirts of the ruins of Unoa. You're holed up inside of a structure that looks like it used to be some type of home or holding area for maybe a group of people, possibly even an inn. The roof has been mostly torn off and destroyed. The walls are dampened severely from the ocean sprays, not too terribly far away from you. And the floor looks completely cracked and muddled. But it gives you enough area to hide behind that you all begin catching your breath. Ace, you descend down to be with your allies, but send your Pegasus high into the sky to rotate around. And this is where we are picking up, while all of you are beginning a rest.
I believe I also set up my tiny hut, just for extra precaution.
Yes, you did. You're muted?
No, I'm actually humming to myself.
Okay,
and I don't
okay.
want people to hear.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. God damn it, Ace.
So, that was a bit hectic back there.
Indeed.
So, what? So how are we going to go about finding what we need?
We still have the compass, yes?
Yeah.
You're a chasm, actually.
Maybe I should rephrase it. How should we go about finding what we need with those things wandering about?
Jimmy make an explosion off in the distance.
That's the problem. This place is big, and we have no idea how many of those there are.
I mean, we can try to lead them away, or we can try to figure out where this body might be.
Wait, was it a body, Jero?
Maybe.
Okay.
We don't know.
This is the place where he fell. That is what you know.
Yeah, no, because I remember that we came here because this is where his blood would be, his interpretation of tears, metaphorical
Possibly.
tears.
Possibly.
And
You have no
It's our best
guaranteed.
shot.
It's all possibly and possibly.
It was our best shot.
Yep.
getting all of them at once.
Yep, the only guarantee outside this, the only guaranteed place of basic guarantee of blood and childhood is that vestige,
Yep.
which that's the last resort.
Well, not for the blood, but for the third thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Since before we do our rest, since Counteroff and Dorson have been injured, I'm gonna hit them both with a healing word.
Okay.
Healing word.
Okay.
And quick question, Joe. Would Prissa remember the very first time she saw Volveric and yeah, sorry, I can say your name out of character. Right?
Continue.
Oh no. Can Prissa remember when the first time she met him, who should not be named, in character?
Did you meet him?
Yes.
You saw him for a moment.
Yeah, and he was like, "I'm bleeding" or something.
Yeah. You recall seeing him, yes.
Do I remember that specific moment?
I feel like that was a climactic enough moment that you probably have it embedded in your mind.
Okay. In that case, Prissa would like to start casting Locate Object
Okay.
and focus on the blood aspect of that.
Blood is not considered an object unless it was harvested. That would be Locate Creature.
Okay, so it'd have to be Locate Creature, not Object.
Well, I mean, to look specifically for the blood, unless it was deliberately harvested for the purposes of like hemomancy and stuff like that, it's
So
still
even-
part of the creature.
Dang, so even like dried blood. All right. Never mind then. I have a possibility as if one of us who's capable of making a good distraction could get on Storm, and we could fly overhead and try to lead all of them away while the rest of us search.
I still think Jimmy dropping an explosive somewhere would be the best distraction.
Well, what if his body is right in this room? Why don't we just use the compass and find out where we need to go?
Well, it might be wise to specify his old body then, because he does have a new one at the thicket.
Yurick, Dorzen, do one of you want to give that a shot?
Although, maybe the guarantee would be to specify where he fell.
That sounds reasonable too.
I used my channel divinity during that fight, so I have to wait for this short rest to be over. Saying that, I'm getting a second wind before the short rest so I can get it back.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Sir Yurick is volunteering.
That's a good wind.
That's the max it can be.
Yep, that's a good wind. Sir Yurick will do that. He goes, sure, I suppose. He takes it and uses his channel divinity. Let me open up his character sheet to mark that down.
He has two of them too, doesn't he? He's like I think
He's more cleric. than
Have
two.
two.
He's more clerical than Dorson.
Yeah.
Yes, but he's already missing one for some reason.
Did he not update it? Actually,
I
He didn't-
don't know, but it is the player's responsibility to keep track of that, not mine, so now he's out.
He wasn't here last week though, too.
And you guys haven't long rest. No, you did long rest before all of this. Okay,
we
yeah.
slept at the mountain, so he would have gotten them all back.
All right, cool. Yeah. All right, cool. So, He uses his 1. And you watch as the compass begins spinning incredibly fast, and then the glass casing cracks.
That doesn't seem good.
Jimmy? He hands it to you.
What were you focusing on?
You know, that one.
I'm gonna start like peeling the glass off to get a clear line of sight to the bearing to see if it is pointing in any way or seems to be.
Roll me an Arcana check, Jimmy.
Sure.
I was about to say too. Is it alright if Prissa goes over to kind of try to get her own theories on it or help Jimmy at all?
You could help Jimmy, sure.
I think Jimmy has it.
Are you keeping 29?
Am I keeping a natural crit? Hold on. Can I?
You can flash
You
the
wanna
genius, that
Can I
make you
spend my
a
inspiration,
+7.
Jero?
You could. I'll allow it. It's but
Alright,
29.
I think I'm good. You know, I really want to hit 30, but 29's fine.
29's pretty fucking good. The compass seems to have had a surge of energy thrown into it, as if it was trying to interpret the magic instilled in to translate it into what it was seeking, but the amount of magic that it drew into itself was too much for this artifact to house. It's like when you try placing too powerful of a enchantment on a simple weapon, it will be destroyed.
So the item is in effect destroyed. It's been like overloaded.
It's damaged. It's not completely beyond repair, but it is damaged.
It's not gonna work right now. I have to fix this. Should have known.
Would that be because we're too close to the source it was trying to pinpoint?
There's definitely some magical interference going on with the device.
Jero, can I have Prissa kind of still remaining inside the hut, try to take a look around as best she can to see if she can determine what kind of the magical energies and whatever that may have affected the Wayfinder?
That's something that involves like a closer examination. Staying inside the hut will not be acceptable for that check.
Ah, dang.
Yeah. If only somebody had a fantastic mansion or something.
Well,
it's just so unfortunate that that we don't get that till next level,
Yeah.
if at all.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
If we can't find it by magical means, then I guess the most practical way, Ace, you can probably get a good line of sight of the entire ruins. Maybe if there's like a big building or something, some place that they might inter bodies. If you do a quick search and see if you come across anything like that, we could try searching there.
Interesting. Gerald, would Jimmy be able to fit on Storm with me?
Absolutely.
Oh, Jimmy could fit in your damn backpack.
Jimmy is a carry-on. It's his luggage that's really, really heavy.
Yeah.
That's a fabulous idea. Hey, Jimmy, do you want to take a look with me? Help be some extra eyes.
I got an idea, and he looks at Canaroth and winks and gets on the horse.
Tanneroth is worried.
Storzen. Jimmy having a smart idea. It's not always good.
I should probably mention, in this party, Priss is the only one without a high enough passive to notice Jimmy casually winking.
Wait, seriously?
Other than Jimmy himself doesn't.
Yeah.
even notice that.
Well, Priss, yours is only a 13. Like, that's a very casual just wink. Everyone else in the party's like, what the fuck? Oh, wait, Conoroth would not notice. I apologize.
Well, he winked at me.
Oh, so
I
yeah.
winked at Canaroth. So.
Everyone else's passive is stupid.
I mean, press a trust, Jimmy.
That's
Jimmy
Come on.
wouldn't do something.
Ouch jumps up on my back,
Yep.
and I go over to Ace and kind of put my hand up
Right.
because there's no way I can get on the horse by myself. There's
Okay.
So
Storm
We'll go ahead and-
flies by. You both quickly jump on and takes directly to the sky, where you do see immediately there are more of these creatures shambling and marching their way towards you, but they don't seem that incredibly intelligent. Actually, scratch that. Ace, you have a fairly high passive, and by fairly I mean very high.
it helps with the stories and songs
Yeah.
and knowing your crowd.
And by very, just only a little bit less than our other observant person.
You notice a creature that looks like this. Just slack-jawed, moving around, and it stares up at you. Where everything else like kind of moves closer to try to get to you, this one just watches you as you keep moving.
Jimmy, see that one down there? And I'm gonna point.
Jimmy, roll a perception check.
God. If he's pointing it out, come on, I gotta have.
Oh, it
like-
makes it a lot easier, but
All right. Well, let's. Yeah, that's a 5. Less than my passive.
no, not really.
The rock? I don't. Hold on. I need to keep looking. He's like digging in his bag right now. Like he looked where you told him to, but only for like a moment, and he went back to digging around in his bag. Let me know if you think you see the place. I gotta just get these things out. Oh, and whatever happens, don't stop moving. And Jimmy's going to drop one of the explosives, the pirate ones.
Oh,
Let's
yay.
find it.
Wait, the one
Pirate
that you
double
found, the one that you found in the jungle, the Riffin Mist?
Yeah, I have 2 of them. I'm going to drop one and see what happens.
Just drop it.
Whoa. Light it and drop it.
Okay,
yeah.
how high up are you guys?
Oh, probably good. 100.
That's enough.
120.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, is this about to be like?
I know that they
wonder
have
what.
really long arms, and we're going to be staying out of the arm's reach. And
Yeah. Well, it's gunpowder. If you drop gunpowder from that high up, there will be an explosion. Lit or not.
So, what you're saying is they've just become D&D's equivalent of an aerial bomber.
Jimmy,
Why not?
would you like to roll for me 3d12?
3d12. And this is the other reason I wanted to do it, because I want to know what the hell this thing does. And I got 2 of them.
And you can probably replicate it.
20.
They
Okay.
put that in the middle of a jungle.
It drops down. Oh, wait, we're not done. It drops down directly towards the ground, and on impact, you see the object cracks open and with a forceful explosion ignites outwards. And you notice all of these sharp little metal shards go shooting in all of these different directions as shrapnel. The ground is scorched and on fire actively, despite the fact that there is no vegetation or anything to fuel it.
Did he
So-
hit anything?
More than likely you hit a few things, yeah.
So there was like a fire aspect to it, but more shrapnel.
The fire was the 20 that you dealt.
Yeah.
But now it is covering and scorching the ground with that fire. Much in the same way as napalm.
Gotcha.
And the shrapnel was also, pretty dangerous.
Do I see any of the lumbering figures start moving towards?
Oh, they move away from it.
Move away. Okay.
But you do light a couple of them on fire. Ace, with your passive, you notice the ones on fire are trying to extinguish it, and it's not.
Ooh. Interesting that they can't put out their own fire. You see that, Jimmy?
Yeah, they don't seem to be attracted to the noise. They don't like it. Well, that's good.
Yeah, and they're running away and they're on fire and they can't put it out. That's kind of.
I got a lot
Interesting.
worse things in here than that, so we'll just keep going.
I have an idea if we want to be.
Uh-oh, somebody's getting arrested. I don't know
This
who
is
that
the police.
That's just my
They're coming for
Yeah,
Jimmy. He
base.
just bombed somewhere.
Yeah.
Dresden.
Tal'Dorei PD, open up.
Is that just somebody watching TV, or do you live in like Austin or something?
I live on like one of the main streets of a small town of 13,000.
Okay, you're
So-
fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, oh yeah, not. Don't worry about.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I'm worried about everybody because I mean, like, I'm in Philly, so
Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
dear God.
yeah. We destroy our
Um,
city over a celebration of a Super Bowl.
oh god. Hey, Jimmy. I have an idea. I would like to get in a little closer, so that you can see a little bit better. I think you might be missing a few things. I'm gonna make it so that they can't see us. And Jero, I'm gonna cast invisibility at 3rd level.
Okay.
Any spell I cast on myself affects the Pegasus,
Mhm.
and then the extra slot for Jimmy. Visibility.
Okay, I have to read your Fine Steed specifically, because I believe a spell that only targets you.
Oh, is it one that only target? Oh, maybe you're right.
So then you'd have to upcast it to 4th level. if you
Well,
want.
yeah, you would have to upcast the 4th level to get all of you, but it is a spell that only targets you. So when you upcast and you target Jimmy as well, you can no longer affect your Pegasus.
Oh, but I could do 2.
It's concentration.
Oh, I can't. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. I can't do that. I was thinking I can.
Yeah. You could 4th level slot it to do all 3 of you, but it is...
Does Greater Steed change that effect?
I don't believe so, but let me just be sure before I say.
The only reason I ask is because the Pegasus is from the Greater Steed spell, isn't it?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
believe it's mechanically the same, except it's just a better
Yeah.
steed.
And I think you're
Um,
right. And I think it is that it's just something even on Greater Steed that I can.
Yeah, except this one, if you invest in a mount for it, it comes with the mount as well. So, saddle stays on it, even when it dies.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it as a 4th level spell then.
Okay. All 3 of you turn invisible. I'm sorry. Ouch. Ouch is considered a creature.
Oh,
He is
God.
considered a tiny creature. That is correct, but he can fit inside of my bag, and he's not
He's
living.
You
so-
shove him in your bag of holding, and then okay, cool. Just had to remind you guys about it, just to be sure.
I forgot.
Well, I believe it says anything that somebody is carrying, and technically he's on my back. He's being carried.
Well, then technically casting it on the steed would get both of you invisible as well, but
Yeah.
that doesn't make
I
sense.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, he's in my bag though.
That's fine.
All right, cool.
It's an action to withdraw him. That's all we need to remember. Okay, so roll me a stealth check, or better yet, roll a stealth check with your Pegasus at advantage.
Okay.
It is not proficient, so I think it is just a dexterity check at advantage.
How do I find my Pegasus again? I
Storm
haven't
is under
done-
player NPCs.
And I'll just verify this with you now, Jero. I'm effectively not throwing anything off of the Pegasus because that would break my invisibility, correct?
Yes. Well, I don't know.
Oh, actually, I think with invisibility, it's attack or cast spells.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that's
not
why
if you
I'm asking.
use an action. If you use
why
a
I'm
spell, then you break it. I mean, the sheet is under player NPCs. Storm,
Okay. Oh, yeah.
which should be just
I
above
found it.
characters. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Then dexterity at advantage.
Do I just click on this one?
Click on dexterity. 14. Okay. So, you're fairly stealthy, kicking up as little wind as possible in the direction of these creatures. How close do you get to the ground?
Probably about 70 feet up.
Okay. You do so.
And I'm going to point out the large-mouthed. I'm just going to tap Jimmy and point to the large-mouthed.
Jimmy, now you definitely see it. The mouth is hung all the way down, right on top of its sternum.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's the body we're looking for, though.
So I'll start having Storm spiral out to search the area.
Okay, what are you searching for?
Trying to see if there's any like mausoleums or buildings or any
Alrighty.
type of
And how much time will you allocate to doing this?
Probably about 50 minutes.
15 or 50?
50. 50.
Thank you. Alrighty. Perception check. Either both of you or Jimmy, if you would like to assist Ace.
I would assist Ace, yes.
Yeah. And then there's that, and then there's that, and then there's that. Okay, 27.
And I am going to flash my genius, just looking at the layout of the city, trying to keep his attention to where I think there might be something, so...
That's a 32. Alrighty, 32. Ace, you notice some slow-moving people sticking close to some of the rubble and buildings that aren't acting the same as those creatures. They seem to look around cautiously before continuing moving. And one of them even slips inside of a building that has a partially collapsed roof, but still has a little bit of cover. And as you fly around the curvature of this area, you see they go over towards a fireplace, remove a chair that seems to have been thrown into it, and duck under the fireplace where you can't see them anymore. Aside from that, you do take note that around this town, there's a couple of more figures like that one who slip and move around easily. There are 2 temples here, though you would have to get much closer to them to discern the aspect of religion that is relative to them. And no wildlife whatsoever.
All right. Periodically, as I notice these things, I'm going to take the Pegasus up higher, probably 150 feet, let Jimmy know what I saw, and then go back down. So that way, when I whisper, things are out of earshot.
Okay.
And at the end of the 50 minutes, we start heading back to camp so that we can hopefully make it back in time before the abyss.
All right.
So I think that should have given everybody enough time to do a short rest, too.
Yeah, that would have been a short rest for everybody else. So, Yurik, Dorzing, Konaroth, Prissa. Prissa, I already answered what you were trying to do. The other ones, what were you guys doing?
Maybe attempt a grim psychometry?
Wait, I thought Kanaroth did that, right, when we came here?
Not yet.
Not while he was in the town.
I know. I think he couldn't because when we kind of entered, all of a sudden some big things tried to kill us.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a history check at advantage. Okay. This place has been bathed in evil. You envision the war that transpired here between incredibly powerful arcanists as well as very dutiful servants of the gods. You see the battle raging in every direction. You see blood spilling against the walls. You see magnificent tidal waves crashing over this location, being drawn 100 feet from the shoreline itself and devastating through the population. You see a group of individuals moving through the shadows as well. They seem to be tracking after people, looking at them specifically, and capturing them while they're in their weakened state. Every time somebody would fall but not die, they would be captured by this group and organization and brought in. However, notably, you see absolutely nothing about this individual that everybody else is dealing with.
That's strange.
What's strange?
Well, for one, this place is bathed in evil. And two, I was able to see visions of the past. And I'll basically describe what I just saw.
That is strange, but that sounds. Do you think that that's the myriad? That organization?
I'm not sure.
What I'm almost thinking is maybe there's two possibilities as I see it. Either this group was saving people who fell, or capturing those who fell to use in experimentation, and could be the ones that are roaming the city now.
Well, you don't know anybody who roams the city.
Well, the
Ace
monsters.
is the only... Oh, that thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And also, Grim Secrementary. It doesn't show you what could be a good relief in the turmoil. It shows you the evil, the bad, the desecrated.
Yep.
Pessimistic psychometry.
Yeah.
Yeah, a person becoming divine doesn't really fit that descriptor.
No, but a person falling from divinity, that kind of fits it, though.
I don't know.
Well, Prissa and Dorzin, you both would remember from your time in the library in the Shadowfell. His history has been erased from the knowledge of this land.
Oh, so even he wouldn't have been able to pick it up if he tried. Right.
That's fair.
Forgot about that.
Well, no, because I thought you meant like literal story, not the whole this thing blocks it too.
When the gods say don't look at this shit, they make it so you don't know it exists.
As much as they can. So, Dorzin, were you doing anything during this time?
Dorzin will just ask Prissa if she wants to read more books during this little rest.
Prissa, and by I can't remember the word for it. Me, as a player, have been trying to pore over my notes to try to find any sort of correlation between, like, that might help us here.
Trying. Everything you know, you know.
Oh,
um, yeah, I'm drawing a blank. A book you said? Which one?
We're almost finished with that one you gave me.
Oh, 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 oh.
We got like
Um,
4 chapters left, I think.
yeah, it was starting to get really I think I turned in for the night before we began those ones. Um, sure, 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 sure. Yeah, and then I guess Prissa will just read with Dorzen.
Alrighty. After your short rest is complete, Jimmy and Ace come swooping back down.
What a beautiful flight. It was amazing. Jimmy had this thing, and I don't know how he did it, but he kind of let it go and just beautiful, beautiful fire just all over the ground. And creatures were trying to put it out. They couldn't. That was a little strange. But it was just magnificent flight.
we heard the explosion, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we also know that Jimmy was out there, so
Yeah, that's pretty typical. Jimmy did a thing. Boom.
Did it attract their attention?
Not
They didn't like it.
really. Seemed that they were going away from it after it happened. And that's there's a little bit of bad news, I think. Tell them what you saw, Ace.
Yeah, so a couple things. I did see some slow-moving people close to rubble in a building, and one of them kind of slipped inside the building. There was like a fireplace and some kind of chair that they ducked under or moved and disappeared into the fireplace. It was quite interesting and strange.
Could
And
there
I
be
did
people living here?
Yeah, they were closer. I mean, they weren't. I'm assuming they're trying to avoid the long arms of the.
So,
The law?
around this time, Prissa, Konaroth, Dorzen, Yurik, I need charisma saving throws.
oh no.
You're just being enchanted by Ace. It's okay.
Even if we're in the bubble?
Yeah.
Does my ancestry affect us?
Yes.
Ooh.
You couldn't have rolled a 1. You had to roll a 2, Dorzen.
Well, it's a 10 because of the Fae.
Oh, advantage. All right.
So, Prissa, Konaroth, and Yurik are starting to feel a little...
Wait, Yurik gets to reroll.
Yurik gets to reroll?
Yeah.
The
Human
human thing.
determination, but I
No, because he's within 30 feet of Jimmy. That's what I was saying to Dorzen.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Yurik gets to reroll.
No.
There it is.
Dorzen, Konaroth, and Prissa, you're starting to become pretty frustrated at the circumstances. Very annoyed. Just a bit angry.
Prissa will kick a pebble because she's so frustrated and angry.
Actually, give me a strength check, Prissa. Because
Oh, no.
I'm curious. That's all. 13. You kick a pebble that knocks over a small brick. Just doof.
Yes, listen. This is usually don't get your worries up and about and down. This is right when the story always gets good.
That's
I did
it's-
also see 2 temples. I don't know if that's of any interest. I couldn't quite see what religion it was.
well, maybe that's our next way. Then it's
That was loud.
sorry, I was trying to go for that big sigh.
You definitely did it.
The people would probably have answers. Or at least know more about the area.
We should probably be careful because they probably heard the noise that was made, so they know somebody's here now.
I mean, I didn't mean to knock over that brick.
It means
Not quite what I was talking about, but
Oh yeah, no,
it
yeah,
was
no.
pretty loud.
What? We just. Kenroth did his grim psychometry, and he saw that there were people getting taken. And what if those people that you saw, what if they're they're with him?
I whisper to Ace, he talks to walls.
What if they're Myriad?
Why would the Myriad be here of all places?
Because they're the ones that brought him back, and they're the ones that their organization was made by him. I am remembering that correctly, right, Jared? His organization was made by him, and it wasn't bad like it is now.
He made the precursor, and then it evolved into this.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, if they are the Myriad, we can just kick their teeth in.
What time of day is it right now?
It's hard to tell. It's kind of just a gloomy area around you. There's not really a sun to discern location or direction. Unless one of you has that really annoying feat.
Doesn't Prissa have keen mind?
Yes, I do have keen mind, in fact.
Okay. It is precisely 2:32 p.m.
How many seconds are elapsing currently? No, I'm kidding.
Mm.
Let's not make the DM super angry.
He'll kill you.
Wow, really,
come on,
Grinsky?
do that
Already?
anyway.
Already?
Oh, come on. When's the last time he's ever killed any sort of player character ever?
It was yesterday.
So
On
anyways,
purpose or because they left?
on purpose, it's
Oh.
been a good few months.
Yeah, yesterday happened and it wasn't because they left.
And he's like so Yurik, he's just itching to kill something on purpose now.
I mean,
I've
that
tasted
wouldn't
blood,
be
I want more.
outside his character.
But anyways.
So are we going to try to talk with the people or go to the temple?
Which was closer to this location?
Jura, which one was closer? There were 2 temples and then
Yeah. There was one temple closer to you. You didn't discern any aspects about them, so I can't tell you which temple is closer. It's just
Right.
there is one closer. You know where it is.
There is, well, if you want to, for the closest distance, it'd be one of the temples.
I think we should try to go in a loop and get as much done as we can. Running out of time.
Yeah.
Here we go, loop-de-loo.
And I maybe we should do that what we did back in Iman, where I send up the image, so it makes it's a mobile camouflage. It's not as good as invisibility, but it should help.
Agreed.
Just make sure we stick together and no explosions yet, Jimmy, or at least not anymore yet.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Not planning on it.
Hello, Mr. Pot. Have you met Mr. Kettle?
So,
Oh yes, in fact, they went to college together.
I mean, hey, if we ever need to, we have that trap that can probably blow up a whole city square.
Or are we moving under the guise of like a parade float or something? What's the...
yeah. What
no.
is your major illusion?
It's once again going to be, I'm doing that thing where I literally make it kind of like a mobile camouflage. Like a block of mobile camouflage, like light refracting through it to...
Yeah.
Kinda...
Just meld into the terrain.
Yeah, predator camouflage.
Sure.
Solid snake.
Sure. So, you cast the spell, getting outside of your bubble to do so.
I mean, can I start it within the bubble and then end the...
Appears at a spot within range. So no, you have to be out of the bubble to start it. Because you can't cast magic through the bubble.
No, because it'd be like right where we're at, and then I just end the bubble.
Then it can't pass through the bubble. So
Oh,
then
shit.
it would be limited to the bubble.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. There are restrictions to these ritual cast spells for reasons.
Oh, it's not a ritual cast.
The other one
Oh
is.
no, wait. Yeah, okay, yeah. I also don't like how you said the moment I walk outside, but...
I ask if you walk outside. I didn't say the moment.
Oh, well, I guess I have no choice to.
I asked. It's your choice.
I'm doing
Always
this.
choice.
All right.
wink, wink.
I'm doing this.
How far away is,
I'm already in
how
lichen
far-
form, so that's fun.
Yeah.
How far away is that closest temple? The closest temple? How far away?
Maybe like 600 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I let them.
That's like 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's not too far. It's about 700 feet or so from here.
You all are going to be moving slowly because major illusion. But
Which helps us because we want to avoid everything.
sure. Would you all like to roll stealth checks at advantage?
I would,
Yeah, advantage sounds good.
Can I still be stealthy?
No.
Unfortunately, that just makes it normal for me.
Yeah, Sir Yurik.
Yep, me and him have heavy.
Because y'all thick.
Did-
Well, I mean, so far we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, this
Oh,
ain't bad.
okay.
This ain't bad.
There it goes.
Yurik, nice.
Nice.
Average stealth of 18.5. So round up everything, 19.
Woohoo.
I just have to check the passives of some of the creatures in the area.
I can't flash my genius on a group check, right?
Unless you want to spend all
It
the
would only
slots.
affect one person.
Yeah, you can do it on one person, so.
We're good.
Do it on Yerk, bump it up.
Well, mathematically, it makes no difference who you do it on. Because it's an average. So. You all begin moving through. As you're all kind of tiptoeing quietly through the city streets, moving at the very slow pace that Prissa has presented to you all. Actually, that's an important thing. You can move at 20 feet at a time, correct?
I think it can go faster than that.
We're moving slowly. We are not breaking stealth.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna move slowly. I'm just saying that
So
I
it's
can
30
move it,
feet
like...
per round. Okay, you can definitely make it to your location within time. Ace and Jimmy, you kind of have to steer everybody in the proper direction as you are moving through, and periodically you do get one of the creatures kind of like get closer to your group as they're kind of like staring at the surrounding area. They seem to be examining the terrain a little bit, with a bit of confusion as well. You all kind of...
Can
Yeah?
Sorry, I was gonna check the somatic, the components to it, but I was gonna maybe to help it look away, use a cantrip to make a noise elsewhere or something.
You can certainly try.
Like I said, I was gonna check the
You
components. Make sure
break
none
your
of it's...
stealth the moment you cast the spell.
Oh no, never mind. I'm good. I'm good.
All right. But you all manage to walk around it, moving your terrain, trying to avoid any of the groups of them that shamble and move through the area. Dorzen, as you're moving through, you do notice one of these hooded individuals kind of like shifting along a building, and they climb up it towards the top of a few pillars where there's another one of the shambling creatures with the large hanging jaws moving by. And they just watch it as it moves before crawling back down and keep moving.
Are they heading in a similar direction as us, or?
No, you're walking forward, they're going right. Alright, I hear like something from somebody.
It might be me.
Alright. So, you all continue moving forward until eventually you make it out front of a decrepit and slightly destroyed looking building.
Hey, look who's connecting.
Hey! Welcome, Sir
Happy
Yurik.
birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! No,
Hey, it's-
No, we're not. No. My
What,
voice
don't you
ain't
want-
ready for that.
Don't you want Twitch to wish you a happy birthday?
No, it's I'm all right.
Let's hope
Happy
so.
birthday.
We'll quickly catch you up when we go on break. But no, right now you're stealthing and you didn't fail. Good job. Yeah,
That's a
progress.
miracle.
Progress.
Yeah.
So,
All right, I'll just shut up.
as you all get closer towards this building, there's 3 sets of stairs leading up to a small platform. A double set of doors, but the one door seems cracked open and leaning on its side. And the other one seems heavily scarred and charred across it. Most of the roof has been destroyed and caved in at different areas, and most of the would-be podiums out front have also been destroyed. However, you do notice a banner out front of this estate.
Is this a familiar banner?
The banner is a black flag that has a single eye that is bleeding down as if it is crying. Tattered and beaten and bruised flag. Very old.
Would I know who that's referencing?
The moment you all look at it, Prissa and Conarath and Dorzen, I need charisma saving throws.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
All right. Dorzen,
Yes,
charisma save.
I did.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
Yeah, it's not pop. Oh, there it is.
Yes, take it. It's good old time.
Yeah, roll 20 is lagging today. For me.
Conarath, your anger before seems boiling right now. Dorzen, you're still feeling just a little
miffed.
ticked off. Yeah. But Conarath, no, you don't know what this flag is.
Would Prissa realize something about the flag?
No. I mean, it doesn't look friendly.
Well, I mean, so if we've never seen this like this symbol before, this logo.
Mhm.
Yes, I can't do a history check then.
You've never seen it before in your life.
Where are we?
You are currently inside of the ruins of Otoa. Onoa, whatever.
Right, and that is.
On the map. There.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You're about the edge of this ruined city is about 100 feet from the ocean itself. It is barren wasteland type of terrain that seems to be cursed.
And
Not really. Yeah, it's cursed.
And it's crawling and filled with these big creatures that we stealth to avoid because there are a lot of them.
Some look like that. Some look like that.
Mommy's alive.
And the fun ones look like that.
We fought those last
We don't know
time.
exactly what kind of creatures they are. Or...
No, you do not.
We just know that they have really long arms. So
Yeah, at least not in character.
Yeah. You fought them last session, but you weren't here, so.
Right. We fought starving variants of these creatures last session.
Correct.
Oh, and they nearly ate Dorzen and Kanaroth, I believe?
Yep.
Sure.
So?
And the compass broke. But we'll fill you in later.
Oh. The
You broke it.
Our MacGuffin item to get us to the plot is gone.
I broke it?
You used your channel divinity and it cracked.
But it wasn't entirely your fault.
It was entirely your fault.
It's the DM's fault.
Yeah, he should never have invented that item to begin with.
I'm not gonna make him feel good because it's his birthday.
It's that god's fault because I channeled the divinity. I didn't channel mortality.
Are you blaming Ray for this now?
Uh-oh. But yes.
Ray forgives a lot of things, but that might just be the one that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah. You all look at this symbol in front of this temple. Desecrated and destroyed temple, mind you.
Desecrated temple of Ayun, I take it? Or...
No idea.
Maybe.
It's a black flag with a
Eye.
that has like with an
Eye
eye.
that's
With a
bleeding.
bleeding
It's
eye.
crying blood.
Maybe the cleric would know.
Yeah, I
Whereas
No, you would not.
Alright. I can't even roll for it.
No. There's never a situation in any of your lives where you would have ever seen this.
can
Not
I
even
kind of?
looking through the Raven's library.
Correct.
I have a quick
Wow.
question that may be a bit weird. Can I do an insight check on the flag to kind of I don't know if it'd be insight check, but to see if it's related to like an anti-Ayun thing, since Ayun's symbol is just like a normal eye, right?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Ow.
Yeah.
An Ayun symbol is a expressionless face with a third eye, not a normal eye.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it looks like a flag. Kind of tacky, but, you know, maybe pirates. Maybe pirates.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay,
Dorzen-
Jero, I want to tap into my vexillology background, study of flags. Sheldon had this on Big Bang Theory. It's
Correct,
That's
correct,
right.
correct.
I remember that.
Actually have that?
No,
I do not.
I mean, that would make sense in some D&D worlds.
For Jimmy, it would make perfect sense, but...
That'd be funny if he was holding on to it and then all of a sudden, this is where I shine.
But yeah, all of you see it. Your illusion's still up about maybe another 4 minutes or so, Prissa.
I think it lasts. Shit, how long?
10
does it
minutes.
last again? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you still have like another 4.
General would
Dorzen-
definitely be trying to calm himself down because he feels the anger and he's trying to
All right.
maintain control because
Yeah.
he has to deal with the bloodlust of a lichen form.
Yeah,
So he
in a
should be-
lichen form.
Yeah, while in lichen form, so he should be pretty trained to try and deal with this.
He's trained to deal with his anger when in lichen form, but you're currently
I-
in lichen form and you're
I am.
angry.
Yeah.
So, you're angry, men. This is how it works.
Dorzen, that flag there, do you recognize any pirate crew that might do it since you have experience on the seas?
DM, do I say no?
No. You've never seen this flag before in your life.
No.
Enneroth,
Maybe we should
you
keep
have
going. I've only got about 4. Prissa says the exact amount of time left on the spell. Amount left before this spell ends.
Now you're down to 3 minutes since this discussion. Yeah, Ace?
Kenneroth, you have a gift unlike any other, and I'm proud to be your companion. And I'll give him an inspiration die.
Thank you.
It's a D10, so you know.
We're still like on the stairs of this temple or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
we're talking
story
about the
awaits.
library.
Shall we enter the next chapter?
Yeah. Let's.
Yes, let's.
Are you actually writing a book about this? Is that why you keep talking like that?
Books, songs, and I see a musical. Oh.
It's. I understand. Can we explain this when we're inside and maybe in a safer location?
But you're
Safer
controlling the
in
you're
desecrated
controlling
church
the
in a
image.
cursed
Chris, so
land.
move unless you move. You have to move into the temple for us to move in there.
No. Prissa's been trying to
Yes.
move, but like
I mean, nobody's stopping you from moving.
Oh, so sorry.
Potentially Dorzen.
Yeah. You can just start moving, Prissa, and everybody else has to follow you.
Yeah. So Prissa lightly taps Dorzen for him to go forward.
Alrighty. You all start walking up the stairs. Some of them start snapping under the weight of your feet. It's mostly stonework, but it's very aged and dry stones that are cracking and seem ill-kept. And as you get closer towards the 2 doors that are open, you step inside. You look up, and there's a partial cover over top of you from sections of the roof that seem still stable. The support beams going horizontally across the area are still in position, though they look cracked, damaged, and weathered from intense rains and presumably storms that move through here.
Since it's a temple and a scary place, can Prissa look around and make sure there's no creatures or traps in here?
Can I finish my narration before you ask a question?
I'm sorry.
Thank you. You continue moving through, and your feet begin creaking on top of the wood, bending it slightly in certain places as you start fanning out a little bit. You look in the corner where there appears to be a bedroll tucked all the way in there. Most of you see that, because most of you have stupid passives. You see the pews have mostly been destroyed in this area as well, and there appears to be a podium. There's nobody in here, though clearly somebody has been through here more recently because of the bedroll. And you do smell a very intense foul odor coming from deeper within this area.
That is
doesn't
coming
smell
from
very
here,
good.
right? That wasn't one of you?
That's I don't think that was me. And
Focus.
I mean, I'm scared, but I'm not that scared yet.
Probably want to have a short look around, see if there's anything around here. Maybe a clue to what this place might have been.
That sounds reasonable, but we should try to make sure we're staying within reach of each other too, just in case.
Yeah, can I investigate the room for anything hidden?
Yes, you can. Would you all like to do your own little checks? This is a vast enough location you can all interact with it. Jimmy, you have your detect magic going.
Yeah,
Investigation.
Is it just my internet, or did the stream die?
The stream died. It just keeps doing that. There's not enough bandwidth in the building on weekends.
Can I do what I accidentally interrupted you to do?
Yes, you can. Roll a perception check, Prissa.
I would also like to look around.
I offered everybody the opportunity to do a check, so please feel free.
All right. Are we doing perception or investigation?
Whatever you would like to do.
I did an Arcana check.
So, yeah.
I'm mostly keeping an eye out, looking for or listening for any sort of creepy crawling thing that might attack us.
I want to go check out the bedroll and see if it looks fresh, clean.
All right. Roll a survival check then, Ace. So, Conoroth, you said you're just investigating through the area, looking for things?
Yeah, looking for things that might be a little out of the way, corners.
Prissa, you said you're looking for people?
I'm looking. I was mainly looking for any creatures or traps, because this is a kind of decrepit temple and a scary place.
Sure. Prissa, you do not find any creatures or people?
I'm just going to be walking around the room with the fly and seeing if anything sparks it.
Alrighty. Now, the fly does detect some type of magic in here. Though it doesn't belong to any schools, or it belongs to the School of Enchantment. Conoroth, as you start investigating through, you do take note that the pews seem like they were deliberately destroyed physically by angry, raging individuals.
Okay.
I think there's some type of enchantment magic going on in here.
Now,
Does anybody feel different?
Dorzen, as they're looking through everything, you start moving forward, heading your way up towards the podium, where you look at the center of it, and you see a bag sitting there. It's a fairly sizable sack.
Would you say it's about the size of a bowling ball?
A little smaller.
Okay. And it's just on the podium.
Yeah.
Dorzen's going to approach the sack and look into it.
As you untie the knot, open the sack, and get hit with a noxious fume, this is where we're taking our break.
Oh, son of a gun.
We'll be right back, everybody. Don't go anywhere.